God.
Not the crack pussy. Alright, I'm thinking Terminus is gonna go in the F tier. Fuck this map.
True.
My ex is getting flamed by the head of the indie department at Xbox right now. She's friends with my dad and they were hanging out. And my dad texted me what was the game that she played. And then when he shook his head and said, "It tracks."
Damn. That's vile.
What's up, YouTube tier list time?
Hello, YouTube frogs. Rah.
We're gonna do a zombies map tier list because there is literally no other content to make right now. So the question is, are we rating these based on how they are to play today?
I feel like it's got to be in the context of when they came out. I feel like Noct would kind of be like a D tier. But it's like, for what it was pretty good.
I mean, I feel like it can't really be rated anything higher than average for the time.
I feel like it'd be good.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we put it in good, it's going to end up above a lot of other maps that are mediocre that I would play over
fair.
Noct.
Very fair.
Verrucht.
Put that as good.
Yeah, I feel like it's about the same as Noct for me. I'd rather play Verrucht than Noct, but
I would probably give it like a B minus, perhaps even a B.
But I feel like I would do that with like Shino Numa more so than Verrucht. And then Darius, I feel like is either great or incredible. I don't know.
I would probably
Depends.
put it incredible.
It depends which one we're talking about though, because like World at War Darius, not that great. But Black Ops 1 Darius, I'd say that's pretty great.
That's fair, but at the same time, like Darius in like 08 or 09 or whatever, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd like throw it in incredible personally.
I don't know. I might move it up later, but I feel like even for the time, like most of the World at War maps are kind of the same tier for me. I don't feel like there's that much of a difference between them. I don't think Kino is that great. I think
Kino is like the milk toast zombies map.
Yeah, like Kino.
It is good, but it's just kind of there. It's basic.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like Kino is kind of boring as a launch map. Like, it's not as exciting as Noct is. It doesn't really have any new mechanics on it. Trying to think if it literally has anything. No, it really doesn't. Doesn't really have any interesting Easter egg or much of anything, really. I guess it's got some new traps, but that's really it. I feel like that's
it's got
just
a fire
boring.
trap.
Was there machine gun traps before? I feel like no.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's really
everyone's
about
favorite mechanic of the Nova 6 zombies.
Yeah, no, maybe it goes below you. I feel like 5 is good. I feel like I'm more inclined to play 5 than Kino every time I come back. At this point, like, I feel like it's an acquired taste map. I feel like everyone really hyped up Kino when it launched, and like I remember that being the map everyone played. But the more I play a 5, the more I'm like, kind of like this one. Wonder Weapon fucking sucks though.
God.
Ascension. I got a bit of a hot take also with Ascension. I feel like Ascension is like super underrated. I love Ascension. Aside from the monkeys, but even the monkeys, I don't find them as annoying as other people say.
I always thought Ascension was like loved.
I feel like it's liked, but not loved. I don't know. I feel like it has a really fun way of unlocking the map with the landers, and the atmosphere is cool. And I like that it's been black and white. I also think Call of the Dead is really good too. I think I'm putting that over Ascension? I'm putting it over Ascension because it has Danny Trejo, and that's funny.
That's hard.
And then I gotta be honest, I've never really liked Shangri-La that much.
I rocked with it.
I know that it's
was, like,
probably just because it's hard.
Okay, I know Moon isn't that good, but I have a lot of good memories with Moon. I had a really funny time.
I love
Moon. Is my goat.
Some people
Moon feels like a
consider
Black Ops
it,
3 map almost.
Like, for me personally,
Moon or Darius.
Personally, Moon is incredible for me.
I feel like I have way more fun on Moon than I do on Darius.
Right,
I feel like it kind of was the staple for like Black Ops 2 and 3 zombies in terms of how the maps were built with like Easter eggs and stuff.
Right.
So I feel like Moon honestly is a little bit more impactful long term than Darius is. Like, I feel like it did a lot more. Now Transit, now Bus Depot, now Farm. Well, I feel like Transit is better than those. Like, those are
Yeah. Town is probably the best one, but it's so boring.
Town is just bad. It's not the worst.
Okay, when we're ranking these maps, are we going based off of like playability, or are we just going on, or like what are all the factors here?
I'm trying to look at it from like when they launched mostly, but also compared to now too. I'm trying to find like a middle ground of like which ones I'd like to play the most and which ones I think blow the most ass. And when it comes to ones that blow the most ass, I feel like Transit fucking blows. Transit sucks. I hate Transit. I didn't enjoy Transit when it came out. I think I stopped playing zombies for a bit after Transit came out.
Black Ops 2 is the best and the worst of zombies.
It's so
it was
funny.
Such an ass start.
It has 3 like mid or terrible maps and 3 good or amazing maps. Such a weird game.
Yeah, like Origins is probably like the GOAT.
I don't know if I would say it's the GOAT, because it's also in the same game as Mob of the Dead. Which,
I mean, I always liked Origins more than Mob.
I didn't like Origins as much because of the mud and the Panzers. Fair. I don't really rock with those two that much. But while we're here, Nuketown Zombies. I feel like Nuketown Zombies should be like right next to Noct.
They're both so like fucking boring.
But it's like a bonus map zombies mode. It can be kind of fun as like a challenge mode every once in a while. I don't think I'm ever going out of my way to play it.
Yeah, I'm never playing that map again. Goddamn.
I hate Die Rise, but I hate it because it sounds like Derice and it fucks with me. And I say one when I mean the other all the time. So because of that, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the tier.
I was
the seriousness
Die Rise defender.
I'll put it in like bad. I really don't like this map.
I loved it.
I
know a lot of
hate
people
the fucking
hated it.
jumping jacks. I hate getting bounced off the map because I didn't line up the fucking trample steam at quite the right angle and dying. I hate the fact that they fucking edge you with PhD flopper for some fucking reason. Why did they do that? Couldn't have been that hard to just put it in, right? I feel like Mob is going in like top tier for me, and Origins. And then Buried, I feel like Buried is like either bottom of great or top of good, but I don't know if I'd say it's great. It's a fun time. I like Buried.
I agreed, but the thing about Buried is I feel like there are just better choices out there.
Yeah.
Like it's good, but
it's probably the map I've played the least of that isn't in the bad or worst area.
I'm realizing now that Nuketown is ranked higher than Die Rise, and that feels wrong. So I'm gonna drop it down next to Town. Oh yeah, Nuketown and Town next to each other feels like
I thought you were gonna put Die Rise in worse.
Advanced Warfare Zombies. Okay.
I have no experience in
I've
Advanced
played
Warfare.
all of these maps, but I need to remember which ones they are. Okay, so the one that is just the zombies showing up at the end of the Easter egg thing, that's not on. I did that whole Easter egg process, and it was more fun than the actual Exo Zombies mode. Outbreak. Outbreak is like probably one of the worst maps I've ever played in my life. Damn. But then Infection comes around, and it's like, hold my fucking beer, I'm gonna be even worse. I think Infection was so bad that I didn't play the other 2 maps until like a year later.
Damn.
Like, you know when the zombies map comes out and you're just like, all right, I'm done with this mode. I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
That was how bad Infection was. Infection has this really awful mechanic on it where these zombies show up that like have like a DNA bomb or something, or can like infect you, and you have to go stand on this fucking little circle and do a last stand while you try and cure yourself of the zombie plague. But the only one of them on the entire map is in the sewers. So imagine if like every time you fought a fucking parasite or whatever, the one we were just playing, what the fuck is that called? Not Liberty Falls. Terminus. Every time that you got jizzed on by the fucking gnats on Terminus, you had to run down to like the bottom area and then just stand where we had to turn those cranks for like 10 seconds. Like, that's the vibe of it. And then they also have EMP zombies that turn off your exosuit, which is really cool because there's also exosuit zombies. That's got to be like a bottom 3 map of all time. Like truly one of the worst things I've ever played. Carrier's fine. It can be right next to Town and Nuketown at the bottom of bad. I gotta be honest, I actually think Descent is like a little bit underrated. That map is kind of fun. There's some silliness on that map. And by underrated, I mean it's ranked slightly higher than Nuketown. Still ass. Also, a bit of a hot take here. I feel like Shadows deserves to be in like the top 5 conversation.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, the soundtrack alone for Shadows of Evil, though.
It's in the Black
God,
Ops 6
so
campaign. Good. The soundtrack is. The intro song is playing at the Bill Clinton rally. That is an
God,
insane sentence to say. It's weird that he takes me out of the game, but fucking Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush don't take me out of the game.
Dude, anytime I see Ronald Reagan, I want to spit on the screen. I'm not even gonna lie.
Bill Clinton just feels like a jump scare. Like, you tell me Ronald Reagan is in a Call of Duty, I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
But it's because Bill Clinton is still, like, alive. He's still around. That's what makes it so, like...
Dude, there's gonna be an Obama COD in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
In like 20
but
years,
that's you know that's gonna be heat though. But you know that's gonna be heat.
I don't even think 20 years.
Woods, let me be clear. I need you to go commit war crimes. My drones aren't doing enough.
Half the game is just Predator drone levels.
The entire game is the AC-130 section.
90% of the game is UAV levels.
I feel like Der Eisendrock, I really like Der Eisendrock, but as time goes on, I kind of like it less. I think I played too much of it when it came out. And now I'm like, it's definitely a top tier map. I don't think I would hold in the same conversation as like Mob of the Dead, Origins, and Shadows for me anymore. Like, it's definitely an amazing map, but I don't know if it's like a best map of all time.
I honestly didn't rock with it the most.
I like the atmosphere. I like the Easter egg. That was one of the first Easter eggs that I did like solo that's like a full-on Easter egg quest. And that Easter egg quest solo fucking sucks. So you have to do all of the bows. Also, Zetsubo, I like Zetsubo. I don't like it as much as Moon, but I think I'd put it over like Doris and the Giant, because the Giant is just Doris, but Black Ops 3.
My ass hated Zet.
I hated it when it came out, but the more time that passed, the more I was kind of like, this kind of fucks. I rock with this. Also, the Easter egg is like super fucking easy.
My ass always got stuck on the plane step, and that annoyed me way too much.
Gorod Krovi, I gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Gorod Krovi. I feel like I like it more than Zetsubo, but like, I feel like I have to justify not liking Gorod Krovi as much as other people do. And I have to justify liking Zetsubo more than other people do. And they both like level out to both being maps where I'm like, eh.
Gorod Krovi is so good until you try the Easter egg.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I also think Revelations is like an aggressively average map. I think the gimmick of having all of these iconic spots from maps meshed together kind of rings a little bit hollow. It makes me kind of just be like, eh. I wanted more out of the end of Black Ops 3, and I feel like I've never gone back on that thought.
I've only played Revelations like 2 times, maybe. It did not elicit joy.
Also, it is like the most fucking incomprehensibly stupid Easter egg of all time. Shooting rocks. Gotta be one of the dumbest steps of any Easter egg ever made.
Trust. The shooting rocks, that's peak. You got it.
Chronicles knocked. I mean, it's better than normal knocked, I guess.
But not by much, honestly.
I feel like these are all like a slight improvement off of them. I'm trying to think if there's any that like drastically make them better. I feel like Chronicles Ascension is honestly worse than normal Ascension because there's so many ways to get extra perks, and that makes Ascension suck.
It's also they fucked up the black and white part. Now it's just like desaturated, not even like monochrome.
That's like the only one that I feel like is a downgrade. Chronicles Moon, honestly, Chronicles Moon might be enough of like a graphics overhaul to put it in Incredible for me, because that map is fucking beautiful.
Oh, that, and it's all, I'd put it in Incredible as well.
Like, I mean, it plays the exact same, but...
Guys, should I get the Activision bundle for $864.37?
I'm pretty sure I got the COD bundle for like $70 like a decade ago at one point. Also, I got another hot take here. I think Zombies in Spaceland is great. I'm putting it...
Oh yeah, no, that is...
I'm torn between above Gorod or below Zetsubo.
It would not be ahead of Moon. I would probably put it above Gorod, personally. I love that map.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, I would boot up Infinite Warfare to play Zombies in Spaceland. I would never boot up Black Ops 3 to play Gorod Crow. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I might play Krovi after playing Chronicles Origins and Der Eisendrock and Shadows and maybe even the Giant. If I'm still playing, then I might boot up Gorot. But
I think the main thing that hurt Infinite Warfare Zombies is how loot boxy guns were.
Yeah.
So you couldn't just already have the like switch weapons, because I think switch weapons in any game goes hard. Bloodborne, my goat.
Raven the Redwoods, though, I liked it. It was okay.
I love that one too.
I don't like love it. I feel like it's an average map. I'd put it above Revelations, below the Shinonumas and Kina. Now that I look at it, that's a pretty good spot for it, actually.
It just
it's
had
a
such
good average.
I just love the art style so goddamn much.
I'm putting it right next to 5 and Kino. Right in between those. I feel like that's a good spot for it. I don't think I'd put it over 5 though. I wasn't rocking with it that much. Shaolin Shuffle fucking blows, and I'm tired of pretending it isn't like a bottom 10 map. Wow. Never mind. There's a lot of shitty maps.
I'm pretty sure most people hate that map. I liked it a lot, but
I tried to get into that for so long, and it was just awful, and then it stayed awful, and then it just kept getting worse the more I played of it. I hated that fucking map. And then Attack of the Radioactive thing is like, it not only is it bad, it feels like the budget ran out.
Yeah, and I hardly played the last map.
I'm gonna put it like, no, because at least Transit was trying something.
Yeah.
Same thing with Exo Zombies. This one just sucks. Like, it's just not a good map. Beast from Beyond, I also don't like that map, but I feel like it's slightly better than Radioactive. It's funny. I feel like Infinite Warfare Zombies is the inverse of Black Ops 2 Zombies. Like, it started off so strong, and then it was just ass. And it just kept getting worse. The Final Reich. You know, honestly, I feel like I liked this one, but I don't really feel comfortable putting it above much else, because I don't think it does that much that's actually that interesting.
I never played this one. I can't even remember which game this is.
This is World War II. I think I'd play it over Verrückt. Like, I definitely would go back to World War II and try it. I don't think I would try any of the other ones. Groston House is just like a shittier Knocked, so we'll put it in bad. It's not like offensively bad, it's just your average like wave survival one.
Very fair.
Darkest Shore, that one kind of blows ass. We'll put it right next to the Outbreak and Carrier and all the other fucking Sledgehammer ones. Shadowed Throne. That one also sucks. The Tortured Path is like an affront to God, and Frozen Dawn also isn't very good. I'm probably mixing up a lot of these. Which one of these is the one that is like a bunch of challenges? Because Darkest Shore is the one where it's just foggy as shit and it sucks. I think the Tortured Path is the one that... Yeah, no, it's... The Tortured Path is like a fucking challenge map. It's atrocious.
I can proudly say I've never touched a Sledgehammer Zombies game. Actually, I've never touched a Sledgehammer Call of Duty other than Modern Warfare 3.
You know, while we're here, let's rank the other dog shit Sledgehammer maps before we get on to the other stuff. I've played Daron Fong on a friend's Xbox, and I fucking hated it, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom. That's it. The rest of them I haven't played, so we'll put them there. Voyage of Despair. I feel like it's okay. Not
it's good, but like not like that. I put it bottom of good or top of average, personally.
I feel like I'm gonna put it right next to Die Rise. Because I feel like it's bad, but it's not bad because the map is bad. It's bad because Black Ops 4 is bad. Actually, no. Yeah. I also don't rock with the map that much. The map, I literally have played that map probably like dozens, if not close to 100 times. And I still have no idea where the fuck I'm going all the time. Like, I feel like I'm always lost. Although 9 is really good. I like 9. I'm going to put it right next to Buried. I feel like 9 and Buried have the exact same vibe for me. I've never played as much Blood of the Dead as I did when Isle and fucking Bly were here with us, because Bly fucking loved Blood of the Dead for some reason. And I feel confident in saying I fucking hate Blood of the Dead.
I thought you were gonna say I fucking hate Bly.
Well, both of those can be true. Like, how do you fuck up Mob? You know, honestly, I'm putting this at the bottom. At least Modern Warfare 3 Zombies tried to do something. How do you take the layup of remastering Mob of the Dead and you make it ass?
That's talent.
Like, that's like a generational talent of sucking ass.
LeBron reportedly fucked up Mob of the Dead remaster.
No, like seriously though, how do you fuck up Mob of the Dead? It's an impressive feat. I do feel like Classified is like fine though. Classified doesn't get hit as hard by the Black Ops 4 mechanics.
I unfortunately do not remember Classified at all. I did not play Black Ops 4 like that.
It's just remastered 5. It's like, I also played Dead of the Night for like the first time in years. It's so cursed that Black Ops 4 Zombies is like some of the last zombies I've played. Ugh. I feel like it was bad, but I feel like I like it more than Voyage. I didn't have any idea what the fuck was going on in that map. Have you guys seen the Dead of the Night collectibles guide?
I know it was enough to make me not touch it.
Not even the Easter egg, just the collectibles. Ancient Evil, that one's fine. You know, honestly, I think I have more fun with that than 9 recently. It's a really cool map. There's lots of like interesting wonder weapons you get on it, and fighting a Pegasus is pretty cool.
I did not really touch Black Ops 4 after how bad Dead of the Night felt to play.
Alpha Omega blows so much ass, but it is still better than...
I played a little bit of Alpha Omega and then was like, yeah, I'm good again.
Also, honestly, you know, TOG, they could never make me hate Call of the Dead. I feel like TOG is fine. I don't hate TOG.
I have played that one a singular time.
I played that one a bunch, and every time I played it, I was like, I'm having fun with this map. It was like the only one of them that I felt like I was like really having fun with that wasn't Chaos. The Chaos storyline maps were kind of just better than the rest of the cast's ones.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it. I'll put it right next to Ancient Evil 9, TOG, and Classified. I feel like Black Ops 4 does have some good maps. You just have to accept playing Black Ops 4.
I don't even know what the plot of like the other cast was, if it even tied into...
They were trying to find someone's dad.
That literally the entirety of it?
Pretty much. I don't even think they did end up finding the dad. I think that was it.
Damn.
It kind of sucks. You know, the more I think about it, the more I want to bump Transit up a couple pegs, because at least Transit tried. At least it was held back by its own ambition. The rest of these maps just kind of suck. And also I don't like that there's one that's two rows tall. D-Machine. I feel like D-Machine is the Kino of Cold War. Like really not much going on behind those eyes on that map. It's just kind of there. Firebase Z. I actually really dislike Firebase Z, but I dislike it for a Cold War map, which means like it's like average. I don't think Cold War has like atrocious maps. At the worst, they're just kind of boring.
I think they top out at C tier.
Like I don't think a single Cold War map breaks into the great tier.
Yeah.
But they're all like between good and bad. Outbreak, I gotta be honest, man. I don't fucking know what the hell the deal with Outbreak is. I get some people rock with it, but like it's so boring. You have to play it with a stack. So if you can't get friends to play it, you have to play with randoms. And the randoms who play Outbreak, zombies random players, have a reputation for being some of the worst people to ever pick up a controller.
Right.
The Outbreak crew is worse. They're dying to zombies on maps where I swear you don't even have to interact with zombies 90% of the time. Outbreak just fucking blows. There's this stupid steps where like purple orbs start showing up, and I've watched those orbs kill people like 15 times. All you have to do is shoot the orb. That's it. And you're fine.
Damn.
And they die to the fucking Easter egg orbs. Marauder Totem. I like this one. It's alright.
Yeah, that one's good.
I'm not putting it next to Ascension though. Maybe I feel like in between Buried and Ancient Evil is a fine spot for it. I feel like that's
I'd put it below 9 personally, but that's me.
Yeah, but 9's a great map in spite of Black Ops 4. Mauer is a good map in a decent game, you know?
I'm trying to base it off the map, not the game as a whole.
You can't take the map out of the game. If I'm gonna boot up 9 to play 9 in Black Ops 3, I'm having a great time. If I'm booting up 9 to play 9 in Black Ops 4, I'm not having a great time.
That's fair.
I'm having a good time. No?
I'm just thinking of like, what if they right now remastered one of those games and just threw it in?
Yeah, but this one has the remasters separate from the other ones. So I feel like even in that line of thinking, I'm already ranking like the base tier maps differently on this. you know?
I feel like ranking or adding the remasters into the list is a little goofy to me, but
nonsense.
A little superfluous.
Foreskin. I like foreskin, you know?
Yeah.
Good for your hygiene. I think I like it more than Mauer. Took me a while to come around to that map, though.
I like Mauer more because of how less scuffed the navigation is.
See, like,
having a bunch of not connected areas, I think, is a little scuffed.
I see that, but I also think the opening to Forsaken makes it so much more fun and memorable in such a bland and boring game.
Yeah.
The biggest problem I have with Forsaken is it's just a fucking map from the campaign. Like, that's kind of my biggest beef with all of Cold War's stuff. It's just like reused campaign assets. That's so boring.
And it's not really even like, oh, that's pretty neat.
I mean, if there was a campaign asset to steal, Forsaken is a cool one. It's like the fake U.S. town in a facility. That's sort of.
I always felt like Baruch was kind of hard as from the campaign map, but that was also the first to ever do it, so it was at least novel.
Liberty Balls. The 6 maps are good. They're like good to great. I don't know how I feel about them long term yet, but like they definitely feel more replayable than a lot of the Cold War maps felt for me. And they feel a lot more fluid than the Cold War maps felt, but they're completely lacking in the personality of like most of the other maps on this list.
I feel like Liberal Balls loses a point for me since you don't have all of the perks from like the launch of the map in the map.
It also loses some points for me by having that fucking awesome cutscene, and then none of that is in the game. Richthofen's not on the map. Samantha isn't evil, so what the fuck was that? There's no underground bunkers or like big mansions and stuff. No, where the fuck did that take place?
Samantha isn't evil, she just kind of hates Richthofen.
I guess, but like...
Fucking Samantha and Richthofen fucking hate each other, which is so weird since...
Makes sense.
It's just weird going off of Black Ops 4 where they're like, yeah, we're going together into this new universe. Bestie vibes.
I mean, you're still besties with Richthofen. He's gonna...
It's not even Richthofen that was like started shit like that. Fucking Salmon Weaver killed his family.
Where does Liberty Falls fall on this?
It's like a Kino for me. Probably a little bit better than Kino, but...
I feel like I'm putting it higher than D Machine, more so than I'm putting it around, like, the Kino stuff or the other ones surrounding it. I guess, yeah. Because I feel like I'd rather play Liberty Falls than Kino. And I feel like I'm going to keep playing Liberty Falls for longer than I would have kept playing Kino. D Machine, I played a ton of it, but it was mostly just because I was getting back into zombies and doing camo grinds on it. I really don't rock with that map that much anymore. It's like kind of boring. Whereas Liberty Falls, I'm sure eventually I'll think the same thing about it. It's like so straightforward, it's kind of hard to be mad at it, and it has so much dumb bullshit on the map that like makes it fun. Also, they made the jet gun good, which like, that's silly. I like that. And then Terminus, I like Terminus. Above Raven the Redwoods and below 5.
I think Terminus is the better map, but it's a lot less casual of a map.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not trying to stick around on either of them past round 25, because then it just turns into Mangler Fest.
Yeah.
And in that case, both Terminus and Liberty Falls kind of play very similar.
Yeah, evac at 26 or 31, and that's wraps.
Like I'm just not trying to be there for high round stuff.
I'm really hoping they tone down special and elites.
I just don't understand how this is a problem in like every single fucking zombies mode. Like it happened in Cold War, happened in 4, didn't happen in 3, but like ever since 3, all the zombies modes are like, let's chuck a million fucking specials at you.
An Abomination is just a dollar store Margwa.
I'm so sick of the Abomination. I want unique and interesting zombies characters back, like boss zombies.
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what's in the fucking code? Did you know about this one? The mimics are in the code.
Oh,
you fight against mimics in the campaign. They have a whole fucking level about it. No, I'm just going through it now. So I feel like I should move up some to Incredible.
Okay.
I feel like Moon should be there.
Moon should be in there as well. Yeah.
I kind of draw the line at Spaceland. I don't think that should be.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that Call of the Dead and Tog Totener separated by an entire fucking tier. Probably not enough even at that, but like
that BO4 negative differential.
Yeah, no, because I was putting the Chronicles on here and I was like, is it really worth it putting the remakes next to the originals? Because, like, how do you fuck up a remake? And then I remembered Black Ops 4 exists and I was like, no, they should get their props for the remakes. I think I'm putting these two under 9. Tog feels too high. Tog is going under 5. Terminus is going up. Tog is going below Raven the Redwoods. Tog is better than Liberty Falls. I'll say that much. I think that's where it stops dropping down the list. And then I'm gonna be honest, I think D Machine and Liberty Falls should be right next to each other. Because I feel like they're both kinda boring ass maps. You know, I'm booping up Final Reich over Revelations. Fuck it. Final Reich had some interesting ideas and felt different. It's very much the zombies in Spaceland of World War II. It tried to do some horror stuff. It was like really fucking gross. Kind of cool. I respect the effort. I feel like it's the one time Sledgehammer put in a solid effort. So I'll put it there. It's also the first one that introduced armor. We're looking at a time where they were trying to get rid of things like Jug. Like they wanted to get rid of the original perks really bad. And World War II zombies did it better than Black Ops 4 did. So I feel like they can't get quite as much shit for them fucking it up when the people who made the perk fucked it up even more like a year later. You gotta give them some props for trying to do something new and it being remotely enjoyable. I'm doing a ton of defending to put it in average tier. Revelations, I'll be honest, I think Revelations is too high up. I'm dropping that fucking thing. I feel like it should be right next to Dead of the Night. Feels like a good spot for it to fucking
wait, why is Blood of the Dead and Haven't Played tier? Is it that bad?
Oh shit, I meant to put it at the bottom of the list, but it's getting its own tier of how'd you manage this? Because truly, how the fuck do you manage to fuck up like one of the best maps?
Moral of the story, do not let anyone except for Treyarch make zombies maps, apparently.
Infinity Ward cooked that one time.
Infinity Ward cooked one singular time. They cooked twice. They turned on the grill for the second one. They didn't really...
What they cooked up there, maybe it wasn't the best, but, you know, they tried. I feel like that's good.